Kailangan nahanap ko lang ang ating ruleta. Hindi ako magruruleta today. Hindi magruruleta ako, may solution tayo. Okay. Share screen, attendance. Wait lang ha. Okay. Okay, sorry for the delay. Medyo nagloloko na naman yung internet dito sa campus. No? So I hope you have may subtitles ako. Captions. Okay. So today, dahil online tayo, we will start with the discussion muna of the next topic. Okay, that's friction and its application sa belts. And then tomorrow, balik tayo ng discussion ng structural analysis. We discuss lang ang konti and then we proceed dun sa face-to-face na quiz natin. Okay, so um, hopefully everyone can go face-to-face tomorrow kasi quiz yun. No, but if you have valid reason, may sakit or something, just provide medical certificate. Okay? For valid reasons only. Okay, so the goal for today would be to introduce ang concept of dry friction. Dry friction kasi meron ding friction na wet friction or yung friction due to fluids. So yun yung mga lubricants, gels, oils natin. So different yung calculation of friction. But for now, we will be sticking to dry friction and show how to analyze the equilibrium of rigid bodies subjected to this force. Okay? Next, of course, is to present to you specific applications of frictional forces, analysis on wedges and belts. Okay, so before we start, I would like to share a quote of the day. So lagi ko ito naririnig sa mga radyo now kasi nauuso si Bini, no? Pero isa sa mga lyrics nila that struck me is yung lyric part about sino ba nagsabi na kailangan kong mauna, hindi man naman ito karera. Pwedeng magdahan-dahan sa bawat panibagong umaga, ang pagsimula muli ay isang tagumpay. Okay? So, it's a reminder, no, that we have different pacings and we have different journeys, no? We should not be comparing ourselves sa journey ng iba kasi minsan baka naiisip natin, ba't parang ang kanya ang bilis, ang kanya ang dali, okay? Ba't parang kailangan ko makipagsabayan, okay? There's a lot of pressure in society, especially sa generation yun na very public. For some of you, very public yung inyong buhay. So there's always comparison with other, but we have our different versions, okay? And you just have to focus on being the best version of yourself, and you don't have to compare it to others. So, kanya-kanya tayong life. Huwag mag-alala, buhay ay di karera. Okay? Next. So, tapos ni Bini, ay definition muna ulit ng friction. So, si friction is a force that resists the movement of two contacting surfaces that slide relative to one another. Okay? So, if you have two surfaces, friction is the force that will try to oppose your effort to move it. Okay? So, if you have a pushing force, laser pointer, a pushing force to this direction, then the friction force will exist that will try to counteract that force on the opposite direction. So yung pushing force mo ngayon mababawasan kasi may part of that na nilabanan or na counteract ni friction force. Okay? That friction force is due to the surfaces being of rough surface. Okay? Kaya parang sumasabit or somehow nagkikling yung dalawang objects sa isa't isa. If you would remember sa ating equilibrium of bodies, meron tayo dyang surface, meron tayo dyang support condition na rough surface. So sa rough surface, meron tayong dalawang supports conditions, Fx and Fy. So yung Fx and Fy nyo doon is actually the frictional force affecting yung equilibrium ng ating system. So ngayon, same lang to ng concept, para pinangalanan lang natin siyang friction force. Okay? Next, this force always acts tangent to the surface at the points of contact and is directed so as to oppose the possible or existing motion between the surfaces. Okay? So, ang direction niya would be opposite the direction of the force. Pero yung line of action naman niya would be tangent daw or parallel to the surface that you are sliding onto. So we have three conditions of friction. Okay? So first is yung equilibrium. Ibig sabihin sa equilibrium, the frictional force is enough to absorb your external force. So kahit mag-apply ka ng force dahil ng friction, hindi gagalaw yung object mo. Kasi yung excess force mo inabsorb ng frictional force. Okay, so ito yung madalas natin gamitin sa ating subject because again, we are static subject. So our object should not be moving. Okay? So yung ating force P, for example, kahit mag-apply ka ng force P, friction, it will be opposed by the frictional force. And so, because of that, your summation of forces would be equal to 0. So, walang mangyayaring movement. Second condition naman is yung impending motion or verge of moving, or some problems tell it as about to move or about to have motion or about to sleep or about to have sleeping. Okay? So, ang condition naman ito yung parang cut-off ng equilibrium condition tsaka nung dynamic condition. Ibig sabihin, dito kasi sa una, sabi natin, ina-absorb ng reaction force F, yung ina-apply natin P. However, si frictional force F, may capacity lang siya to absorb P. Okay? So, hindi niya kayang, above that value, hindi niya na kayang i-absorb. Okay? So, after that, if you apply more P, gagalaw na yung object mo. It will overcome the force of friction. So that cutoff, that boundary is what we call the limiting static frictional force. And the formula for that will be mu s, or coefficient of static friction, times the normal force. Okay? So, ito yung cut-off. Ibig sabihin, kung ang frictional force ko that I calculated is above this, then my object will be moving na. Kasi hindi na, hanggang dito lang yung kayang ma-generate na friction force ng surface ko. Above this, hindi ko na maka-cancel out or mababalance yung applied force. So, gagalaw na yung object. But if my calculated frictional force is below this, then pasok pa siya. Kaya ko pa siyang i-absorb. Or pwede natin sabihin, kaya pang i-absorb ng surfaces, ng friction, yung force na in-apply mo. So, that will keep the object in equilibrium. Once it starts moving, or pag nalampasan nyo na yung threshold kanina na sinasabi natin, it will be applying or creating a different coefficient called the coefficient of kinetic friction na as the object is moving, ito yung magiging frictional force na constant dun sa object natin as it moves. Okay? This value is different from our limiting static frictional force kasi since gumagalaw na yung object, mas less friction na yung na-experience ng object natin. Right? Ito yung nakikita nyo or na-experience nyo na mahirap sa simulang paggalawin ng object. Pero once it starts moving, mas madali na siyang i-maintain. Okay? Ang mas mahirap yung simulan mo siyang i-move. Pero once it starts moving, huwag ka lang titigil, parang mas madali na siyang i-push. Okay? So that would be this one, ongoing motion or slipping. More formula, this will be Fk or kinetic frictional force is equal to the coefficient of kinetic friction, that's different, a value, times normal force. Normal force again, is na-discuss na natin to nung simula, ito yung smooth contact na force natin, yung perpendicular sa surface towards the body, the direction of the body. Okay? So example muna tayo of the basics, no? So we have this one. Oops. Happy ko lang. Okay. Let's try to solve. For basically, it will still be treated as equilibrium of objects, pero may additional component na tayo or parang isineparate lang natin ng category yung frictional force. Iko lang to sa whiteboard. Na-upload ko na pala yung mga whiteboard nyo before. So hopefully, nakikita nyo na sila. Okay? Okay. So a problem states a 100-pound force acts as shown on a 300-pound block placed on an inclined plane. The coefficients of friction between the block and the plane are ms or mu s, ito yung ating coefficient of static friction, equals 0.25, and mu k equals 0.20. So determine whether the block is in equilibrium and find the value of the frictional force. Okay? Okay, so from this one, we again start with the tawag dito, free body diagram. Okay? Dito na to. So, kailangan ko kayong i-shift ng screen. Teka lang. Okay. Again, tumatawag ako para lang meron akong ka-interaction. But I hope everyone will still try to solve on their own. Ay, oh. Wala si Francesca. Okay, Ma'am Shane, hello po.
Hello po.
Hi, ma'am. So, assist, sabihin mo lang po ako sa pagsasolve. So, we have a system like here. Okay, so gusto natin, gawin natin yung free body diagram ng ating block. Okay? Based sa ating nakikitang mga forces. Right? Okay, so forces like this, ano po mamang ating forces na ilalagay sa ating block?
Yung weight po.
Okay, the weight. The weight is all, so ang points natin, gitna, center of mass ng block. Okay? So the weight is downward always. Ang value niya, sinabi naman sa problem, 300 pounds. Okay, ano pa siya?
Yung ano po, friction po.
Okay, friction. Before the friction, start muna tayo dun sa 100 pounds. Okay, start tayo sa 100 pounds na, tawag dito, applied force. Okay, so draw ko muna yon. Which is 100 pounds. The reason bakit ko inuna yung 100 pounds is because the frictional force will always be in the direction that is opposite my applied force. Okay? Kaya kailangan ko muna i-draw yung applied force para alam ko kung anong direction ko i-oppose yung frictional force. Okay? So my frictional force, I will term it as F. Okay? Then ano pa, ma'am? Meron pa ba?
Yung ano po, normal force po, tsaka po yung angle.
Yes. So the normal force, ang description natin doon, same as before, smooth contact, surface. So direction nun, perpendicular sa surface of contact. Ang direction niya towards the object. So, dito siya. So this is N. Okay? And then yung angle, sabi doon, 3, 4, 5. Ito yung 3, 4, 5. Okay? Okay. Diretso na natin, ma'ams. Then, for me, ang gagawin ko, dahil nakikita ko sa aking diagram na yung F, yung forces ko, 100 pounds, yung F, tsaka yung 300, along a different coordinate axis siya. Okay? So, ang gagawin ko, I will use that axis para mabawasan yung iko-component ko. So, this will be my x prime, y prime. Okay? So, because of that, after that, I can now do my summation of forces along x prime equals 0. Okay? Shane, pwede pa bang ano po ang ating mga forces along x? X prime pala.
Negative F
Okay,
plus
negative
100.
plus 100.
Yun lang po.
Okay. Remember, ito yung axis mo. So,
Yung angle nga po pala.
yes, may
Yung
component
i-multiply pa po yung
300.
100 sa
Ito yung ating gagamitin axis, x prime. Okay? So, pag along dyan yung iyong forces, hindi mo na sila kailangan i-component kasi along na sila ng axis. So, along the x prime axis, yung 100 pounds, tsaka yung F, along sila ng x prime. So, goods na sila. However, si 300, meron siyang component kasi naka-angle siya with respect to x prime and y prime. So, may component siya along x prime, may component siya along y prime. Okay? So, if you would rotate then yung ating triangle, that would be 3 here, 4 here, 5 here. Okay? So, Shane, ano yung ating component ni 300 sa x prime?
three over 5 po.
Okay, so the main value is 300. Tapos yung sine or cosine, depende dito. Yan, depende dito. Okay? So if you are looking for the x prime direction, so ang kukunin mo would be the property or the length along the x prime direction, which is 4. Okay? Which means yung 300 natin, 4 over 5 yung i-multiply ko sa kanya. Okay? And this one, if you would imagine, it is going to the negative x prime direction. Kaya ka ba i-rotate to ng buo? Ay, hindi. Wait. Yeah, walang rotate. Ito pala may ikot para may matching. But anyway, this one, ang component niya along the x prime is 3 over 5. Ay, 4 over 5 pala. Kasi 4 is yung along or directed, same direction ng x prime. And then the direction, since opposite siya ng x prime positive, ay, ang assumption pala nito is this one positive. This one is negative. Equal to 0. So because of this, I can compute for my F equal to, Shane, can you solve for this one, please?
Wait lang po.
Okay, go lang. So as you are solving, I can also prepare my summation of forces along y prime naman. So dito again, fa-follow ko lang yung rotated axis ko. So this is the assumed positive value. So for the y prime, ang makikita ko dyan component, meron akong n, which is same direction ng y prime, so that's positive. Tapos yung component ni 300 along the y prime direction. So that would be 300 times, component niya is 3 over 5. This is negative because opposite siya equal to 0. Okay? So for this one, I can solve naman for my n. Okay. So Shane, meron na ba tayong value ng f?
Ang F po ay negative 140.
Okay, teka lang. Parang mali ang aking sagot. Baliktad ako. Ako yung mali, sorry. This one, ito, 534. Okay? So 534, ito siya pag normal axis. Ngayon, pag di-rotate ko to, so para maging fx prime to, I would rotate this clockwise. Okay? Para maging ganito na yung axis niya. Okay? So para pag ganyan na yung axis niya, then my weight would be this way. Okay? So because of that, dapat ito yung 4 ko. Ito yung 3. Ito yung 5. Baliktad ako. Okay? Dapat 4 yung kabila. So mali yung aking equation. Alam. So papalitan natin ito, tsaka ito. So this one would be 3 over 5. This one is your 4 over 5. Okay, Ma'am Shane, sorry po. Pwede mo pa-repeat na pindot.
Negative 80 po.
Okay? So F equals negative 80. Okay, so dahil negative siya, it will be opposite, tong F na to, taas, would then be opposite. Opposite, twin baliktad yung assumption natin. So this will be 80 newtons, dapat upward. Okay? Ibig sabihin, since ang force mo, frictional force pala. The frictional force is upward, or this direction, F. Remember, yung friction mo is opposite the motion, direction of motion. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung object ko pala has a tendency to move downward the slope. Since my frictional force is going upward, dito, since ang frictional force ko na compute is going upward, then my movement, or yung apparent or impending movement ko would be the opposite direction or downward. This is my movement. Ang tanong ngayon, is that movement already ongoing, or is that movement impending to happen, or is that movement not going to happen? Okay? So to get that, doon papasok yung ating limiting static friction, or isosolve natin yung ating limiting static force. Limiting static friction force. Okay? So nasolve natin to, F natin, actual F natin in the system as 80. 80 Newton. Okay? So iwan muna natin dyan. Ay, Ma'am Shane, last na po, yung end pala natin, nakalimutan natin bigyan ng value.
240 po.
240 newtons, then dahil positive siya, we maintain the direction ng ating assumption, which is this way. Okay, salamat Shane. Next naman yan, since alam mo na yung actual na friction force, i-compare mo na siya ngayon kung lalampas ba siya dun sa limit mo, which is our Fs, or yung limiting static friction force. So the formula for that is Fs is equal to Fs is equal to mu S times N. Okay? Simon, nandiyan ka ba? Okay, hello. So, ating formula is Fs. So, ito, i-term nyo dyan is limit. Kasi yan yung parang boundary. Okay? Fs mu sub S times N. So, from the problem, anong ating mu sub S? 0.25. That's 0.25 times yung compute na natin na 240 newtons. So, 60 newtons. Okay, so the direction of this F is yung kung ano yung direction din ng friction na nasolve natin kanina. Kasi ang i-compare naman natin dito yung value. Okay? So, dahil 60, ibig sabihin, yung friction ko daw, or my surface, can absorb up to 60 newtons of friction force. Ibig sabihin, pag may in-apply ako na force dito, okay, yung surface ko or yung friction component ko can absorb up to 60 para ma-keep in equilibrium yung system ko. Okay? However, the actual value that we solved earlier, 80. Yung 80 yung actual. Eh yung surface ko, hanggang 60 lang yung limit niya. Okay? Ibig sabihin, F is greater than Fs, which means lampas na siya dun sa limit for static equilibrium. Sabihin, siya ay moving na. Okay? So, dahil moving na siya, remember, pag moving na siya, iba na yung magiging coefficient of friction na gagamitin natin. Okay? So, dahil moving siya, so for moving objects, I need to recompute my adjusted frictional force based on my kinetic coefficient. So, this would be mu k times n. So, this one, Simon, is, what is our mu k? 0. Times 240 pa rin. Yes. Equals 48 newtons. Again, same direction lang nung kanina. Lalagyan ko to. Ibig sabihin, in actuality, dahil moving na siya, the actual parang constant force existing there as it moves, hindi na 80. Okay? 80 kasi yung actual pag just to check yung equilibrium. Pero dahil confirm natin na moving na siya, you have to replace that with 48. Okay? So dahil 48 to, and ang na-compute mo for equilibrium is 80, pag niredo mo itong summation of fx prime mo, tapos using value of 48 to, hindi to magsi-zero. Okay? Dahil moving siya, the summation of f along x prime mo will be equal to yung, dahil 80 yung pang equilibrium, 48 lang yung in-apply mo. So may net force ka na difference nung 60 at 48. Ay, hindi. Pwede natin solve, Simon. Sige, solve natin. Fx prime using the actual value. So for x direction, we have, ano yung forces natin along x prime? X prime direction. Base dito. Saan ang 80? Hindi, cancel na, ano, dahil confirm natin moving na siya, 48 na siya, hindi na siya 80. So that's 48, 100, which is negative kasi other side, ano pa? Okay. Tapos, 3/5. Okay, so ito yung actual. So if you solve for this, so hindi na siya equal to 0 kasi alam natin moving siya eh. Okay? So may value na to. Anong value po nito, Simon? Sige. Wait lang. 100. Positive yung 100, sorry. Kasi, to the right. So to the right yung 100, to the right yung F na 48, to the left or negative yung 300 tapos 3/5. Kaya pala parang, yeah. Okay? So we get negative 32, oops, negative 32. Okay, so ang assumption natin ng positive dito is this way. So dahil sa may sum na to is negative, so opposite nun ng ating assume positive. So this way. Ibig sabihin yung system natin, since it's moving, may net force siya na this value. And this force, yun yung gagamitin nyo sa F equals ME. Kasi ito yung 32, ito 300, ito yung solve nyo. So at what is the acceleration of your object? Okay? So yan, hindi ko yan i-discuss kasi yan ay DRB. Okay, dynamics of rigid bodies na yan. So yan yung subject nyo after nyo maipasa yung SRB natin. Okay? Our goal lang ang ating statics hanggang dito lang tayo. Yan. First is kukompute natin yung actual force for equilibrium. Kasi ko-compare natin yon against the limiting friction, static friction force para ma-confirm if equilibrium ba siya or moving or at the verge of moving. And then pag moving na siya, we would compute for the FT, yung frictional coefficient na kinetic. Okay? Yun. Okay? So, yes, Jose. Question.
Sir, hindi po ba 48 pound po? Newton, kasi po pound po yung ano. Dun
Oo
po sa
nga.
PA po.
Oo. Pound yung mga units. So, lahat ng Newton ko, gawin yung pound. Yes. Salamat. Mamaya ko na i-correct ha, kasi, pwede pala. Hindi siya kadikit ng number. Akala ko kadikit ng number yung handwriting. So, this is LB, LB, may 16 newtons pa. LB, LB, LB. Okay? Salamat. Salamat din sa'yo. Okay, any question dito? So that is your usual or basic friction, right? Okay, next example. So, copy ko lang to. Kahit na ng buo. Okay. Okay, next example naman, meron tayong ladder resting against a smooth wall. Okay, so smooth surface yan. At B, in the end, A rests on a rough horizontal plane. So rough horizontal plane, dito mag-a-act yung friction natin. For the smooth wall, good as zero friction yung surface natin. Ibig sabihin, smooth contact lang yan. Sabihin, isa lang yung reaction force natin. And the coefficient of static friction for the rough plane is 0.3. Determine the angle of inclination theta at the ladder and the normal reaction at B if the ladder is on the verge of slipping. Okay? Okay, Riel. Diyan ka ba,
Hello po,
Riel?
sir.
Hello,
Dito po
okay.
ako.
So, start ulit tayo. So, for this one, ladder naman yung pinag-uusapan natin. So, dahil doon, we start with the free body diagram of the ladder. Okay? So, gawin ko na lang siya isang line na ganito. Okay, ano po ang ating reaction forces? So, sa equilibrium topic natin, point A daw
Meron,
is rough horizontal plane. So, rough surface siya. So, ano ang ating reaction forces doon?
meron po tayong friction force po sa A.
Okay? So, anong direct friction force? Okay. So, pwede mo siyang tingnan as reaction force muna. Okay? So, sa reaction force kasi, remember, ang kasamahan ng rough surface sa ating mga supports ay kasamahan niya mga pin. Diba? Rough surface, pins, sama-sama yan. Ibig sabihin, at point A, meron tayong dalawang reaction forces. Siyempre ako, assume muna ako ng direksyon, hindi ko pa alam. So this would be AY and AX. Okay, so in terms, pagka-convert mo yan into friction, AX is actually your F, frictional force. AY is your N.
Normal force.
Okay? Next, real. Ano namang ating reaction force sa B?
Meron po tayong
Smooth wall
um,
daw. B.
BY po at B. Wait. BY po at BX, sir.
Okay. So, pag smooth surface, ano ba ang kodigo dito? Equilibrium of body discussion materials. Cheat sheet. Yun. Ito. So, sabi natin, oops. Sir, sitting posture correct. May mga nakahiga dyan, ha? Okay, so sabi natin, pag smooth surface, same lang siya ng frictionless surface. Okay, so force with known line of action. Yung rough surface, ito. Rough surface, yun yung dalawa yung force natin. Kasi friction yung isa, normal yung isa. Okay? So smooth surface, ito siya, frictionless surface. Okay? So si B, dahil frictionless surface siya, isa lang yung kanyang reaction force real. So anong direction ng ating reaction force? Sabi?
Ano po, sir? BX lang po. Going to
BX.
the left po.
Sige, assume natin going to the left. BX. Okay, wala siyang BY kasi nga smooth surface. So friction-wise, wala siyang friction. Normal force. So basically ito, normal force lang yan. Okay? So after nyan, we have three unknowns, AX, AY, and BX. So we solve for, sinabi pala, 10 kilogram ladder. Okay, so you have to apply the weight of the ladder. So the weight of the ladder will be applied at a point at the center of the ladder. So this will be your 10 kilograms, or in terms of force, weight force, anong value natin dito, Neil?
10 ano po yun, sir?
Value ng weight. Kasi mass pa lang to eh. 10 kilograms. So ano siya pag naging force?
$98 po.
98. Newton na siya. Okay? So we solve. So from here, direction pala, dahil gitna to, okay, hahatiin niya yung ating ladder. So from 4 meters, so 2 meters, 2 meters at okay. So from here, we can do our summation of forces equals 0. Let's start with the x equals 0. Anong x forces natin real?
Dalawa po ba yun?
Ha?
AX po.
Equal lang, isa lang yan. Equal, ax.
Okay po. AX.
Gamitin na natin yung f para in terms of friction and normal force natin.
Okay po.
Ito lang n. Since magkaiba yan, this is n at A, ito n at B. Okay. Sige.
Yung F po, sir.
F, which is the friction force. Friction force at A. Gawin natin. Ano pa?
Ito nga po, sir.
So we look at the forces na along x direction.
Minus NB po.
Minus
minus
NB. Okay? Nasa taas. Opposite direction. Equals 0. Okay? So this one, this two, hindi natin alam ang value. Equation 1. Next, we do summation of Fy equals 0. Upward is positive.
AY po.
Okay? So, gamitin natin yung NA. Ito,
Minus 98 po.
minus 98. Wala na. Equals
Yun lang po,
0.
sir.
Okay? So from this one, we can solve that Na equal to 98
98.
newtons. Dahil positive, ito. Dahil positive, tama ang upward siya. Okay? Okay, next. Pero wala pa rin tayo masasubstitute sa first equation kasi FA and B. So we will resolve to summation of moment equals 0. So saan mo po gusto mag-moment real? Na point.
Sa A na lang po, sir.
Okay. Pag sa mag-moment tayo sa A, wala syempre yung AX, AY kasi nagpa-pass through sila sa A. So ang gagamitin natin W, which is 98, tsaka yung BX. So masasolve natin si NB pala.
NB.
BX or NB. So at A tayo. Counterclockwise is positive. So wala na tong AX, AY. So we have 98 newtons. Anong distance si 98? Ay,
2 meters po.
oops. Ito pala yung hinahanap. Ang hinahanap dyan is theta.
Two meters po, sir.
So ang distance natin, remember, kung ito yung 98, ang goal mo is yung perpendicular distance from 98 to A. So ito. Okay? So that one, ang formula then would be 2 cosine kasi adjacent theta. Okay? Then the sine is the sine positive or negative for the moment with respect to A.
Positive po.
Okay, if you will look at 98, downward
Wait
siya.
lang po. Negative pala po.
Okay, so negative siya. Bakit? Kasi iikot siya ng ganun. Around A. Okay, so clockwise yun. So this is negative. Oops. That's one. And next is yung for BX. Distance ni BX from A, perpendicular.
4 cosine theta po.
That's 4, correct? Sine or cosine?
Cosine po.
So for 4, we are looking at the perpendicular distance. So that is this one. Okay? This one.
Sine.
Kasi BX mo is ito nasa taas.
Apo.
Okay? So sine or cosine?
Sine po, sir.
Sine. Kasi opposite the angle theta. So sine theta equals 0. This is plus because it will create a counterclockwise rotation sa point A. Yung BX, bakit BX? NB. So, ito lang. Palitan ko lang to ng NB para hindi tayo malito. Okay? Now, so this is, hindi pa rin natin siya masosolve because theta, may NB tsaka may theta ka, which is hindi mo alam pareho. Okay? So this one will be equation 2. Okay? Now, for you to be able to solve this, you have to look at the problem. Sabi niya, the ladder is on the verge of sleeping. Okay? Pag on the verge of slipping, ibig sabihin yung frictional force niya is andun na sa limit. Okay? Itong F na to. F equals AX. Nasa limit na siya. So kung nasa limit na siya, you can say that F or AX, same lang naman yon, is equal to the limiting static frictional force, which is mu S times N. N A. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, from the problem, I can solve this by mu S is 0.3. And then my NA, ito. Solve na natin. NA equals 98. Okay, so 98. Which means my force is equal to, anong value to real?
29.4 po.
29.4 newtons. Upward pa rin. Okay? Ay, AX pala to. Sorry. So, ang AX ko, dahil positive, so same direction nung assumption, so to the right. Okay? So, dahil dyan, alam ko na yung FA. So, I can now use FA. Substitute ko siya sa equation 1 para makuha yung NB. This one. So, dahil dyan, itatranspose ko lang naman yung NB doon, tapos FA equals NB. So, NB will be 29.4 newtons din. So, ang direction natin for NB sa assumption is to the left. So, to the left dito. Okay, so kompleto na ba tayo? F, A, NB, NA, AX, tatlong value. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so nasolve na natin yung tatlo. So, ano ba tinatanong niya? Ay, angle pala. Sabi ko nga. So, dito sa angle, equation number 2, may NB na tayo. Okay? So, we can solve for the theta na. Okay? So, lastly, Real, can you solve for theta, please?
Wait lang
So,
po.
NB, substitute natin kay theta. Kalimutan ko. Ang tanong nga pala is, anong angle para ma-maintain tong state na to? Ay, NB, substitute natin sa equation 2. So, theta equals
59.38 po.
so 59.38 degrees. Okay, so this is the angle of the ladder wherein nasa limit na siya or nasa break-even point na siya of being in equilibrium and moving. So yung moving niya, syempre, yun yung pagbagsak ng ladder. Okay? Salamat rin. Okay? So, any question? Parang layo ng dalawa. Okay? Merong lahat naman kayo online, di ba? Sinong hindi makakapag-extend ng konti? Okay, extend lang po ako ng konti ha, para lang matapos natin yung friction. Okay? So, tuloy natin. Actually, break time dapat, pero kaya nyo na yan. After na lang kayo mag-break para dire-diretso tayo. Okay? So, friction, ano nyo pala kita? Hindi na ako naibig. Move ko na lang dito. So, friction has different applications kasi. So, merong friction sa wedges, friction sa inclined plane, friction sa screws. Okay? But what I chose na i-discuss natin or for this semester i-rally natin is yung friction in flat belts. Okay? So ito yung mga belts na usually naka sa machines, nasa rotating machines, or that uses friction para mapaikot yung mga rotary accessories nila. Okay? So yung mga fan belt sa machines, yung mga mahilig sa kotse dyan, yung mga fan belt nyo, makikita nyo, hindi naman yung mga gears. Okay? Usually flat lang yun with a very, very rough belt. So that utilizes friction para mapaikot yung mga machines natin. Okay? So sa flat belt, yung effort mo ng hilahin, kasi di ba pag tension, sabi natin, pag tension, kung anong tension sa isang point, yun din yung tension sa isang point. Okay? Parang yung tension, nagfo-flow lang siya sa rope. Pero sa belts, dahil may friction to on the surface, mas malaki yung required pull mo kaysa dun sa actual tension ng other side. Okay? Kumbaga, kung yung other side nakakaranas siya ng 1 kilonewton na tension, para mahila mo yan or para mapapprove mo, kailangan more than 1 newton yung tension na ibibigay mo. So, mas malaki yung effort mo kaysa dun sa actual tension ng rope. Kasi may friction. Kumbaga, kinukuha ng friction yung iba mong energy. So, dahil kinukuha niya ng energy, you have to give more para mabalanse yung T1 sa kabila. Okay? So, the actual solution of this should be like this. You have a T2 here, and you have to cut your contact surface. So, ito yung surface kung saan nagtatouch yung belt sa flywheel mo, for example. You have to divide that into infinitesimal regions or d theta values. And then, after that, you will have d theta, dt, and df for equation. Tapos, you will use this para i-solve yung parang in-apply natin kanina, yung sa mu s times n. Gagawin nyo lang ulit siya dito, pero on a differential scale na. Okay? So, after that, you will be integrating T1 to T2 of dt over t is equal to mu times 0 to beta. So, ito yung angle of contact. Kung ano yung angle na nagtatouch dun sa circle or sa wheel, d theta. Okay? So, you can solve for this if you are confident with your calculus. But if you are not so much, you can just use this formula. Okay? The formula says T2 or your tension force at T2 is equal to your tension force at T1 or yung source side. Yung T2 is yung effort side. So ito yung parang kailangan mong i-apply na force, yung T2. Yun lang yung kung ano yung mas malaki, yun yung i-apply mo. Kasi may additional friction load na yan. That's equal to T1. Excuse me. That's equal to T1 times E raised to mu times B. E is a constant. That's your natural logarithmic value. Or sa calculator nyo naman, may E value doon. You raise that with mu, which is your coefficient of static or kinetic friction. Same concept lang nung kanina. Pag hindi ka nag-move, that's static. Pag nag-move ka na, that's your kinetic friction. Okay. Times B, which is yung angle of belt surface contact. Take note, naka-radians po ito. So, yan yung area of the wheel kung saan nagtatouch or in contact yung belt mo tsaka yung wheel mo. Because the more contact kasi yan, the larger the contact surface, the larger the friction value. Okay? Ang assumption po pala dito is nagsaslide. Mali pala to. Dapat slip to. Slip. Kasi, yung belt natin is siya lang yung gumagalaw. Remember, hindi umiikot or hindi sumasabay sa ikot ng belt yung ating bilog. nagsislip lang siya. Okay? Kasi pag sumabay yan sa ikot ng belt, naging pulley na siya. Pulley na yung consideration nun. So pag pulley, T1 equals to T2 lang. Sa flat belt, parang basically nag-change direction lang siya, pero hindi ito umiikot. Okay? Parang ano lang siya, kalso. Parang pang-change direction. Pero hindi siya sumasabay. Kaya may friction. Kasi nagkikiskisan yung belt mo, tsaka yung, yung bilog na to. So, slip pala to. Okay? Sorry for that. So, sa slip, again, yung contact surface is kung ano yung total area or angle of contact nung belt mo sa wheel. So, we will assume na laging bilog naman yung wheel. Okay? So, and para makuha yon, assume lagi na perpendicular lagi. Yung point of end, yung point kung saan nag-start at nag-end yung contact surface, will create a 90-degree angle with the straight belt. Okay? So, dito, kung ano yung mag-90 dito, yun yung end ng contact surface. So, makakompute yan through geometry. Okay. So, sample tayo ng mabilis lang. A steel cable supporting a 60 kilogram mass. Kahit ko na sa whiteboard. A steel cable supporting a 60 kilogram mass is run a quarter of the way around a steel cylinder and supported by a pulling force as shown in the diagram. Below, the static coefficient of friction between the cable and the steel cylinder is 0.3. What is the minimum pulling force required to lift the mass? Okay? So, minimum pulling force to keep the mass required to lift the mass. Tama. Ibig sabihin, you are calculating the amount of force required to start moving the mass. Kasi minimum yung to lift the mass, so you are pulling them. After, if you would add more force, malilift mo na yung mass. Ibig sabihin, ito yung limiting static friction coefficient. Ay, limiting static friction force. Okay? So to solve this, ako na lang muna since new topic to. Okay? So to solve this, ang ating formula, ang sabi, formula ko, okay, wala pala ang susulat. Is T2 is equal to T1 times E raised to mu times beta. Okay? So, aking T1 would be this one. Aking T2 would be this one. Remember, T2 lagi yung applied force. Kasi yung applied force would be T1 plus whatever frictional force yung nandito. Okay? So, mas malaki siya compared kay T1. So, ito yung T1. Okay? Now, T1 then, if I do a summation of forces here with the weight, then that would be equal to M times G. Okay? And that would be equal to 60 times 9.81. Okay? Wala pala akong calculator. 60 times 9.81, that's 588 newtons. Okay? So this is my T1. Okay? Now, yung mu ko would be the static coefficient of friction. Kasi ito yung friction na required kong ito yung magiging, tawag siya, magiging boundary or cut off or cut off ng aking pagiging equilibrium. So that is 0.3. Okay? So beta naman, remember beta is the contact surface. So for this problem, dahil upward and downward yan, may contact angle is the point that will create 90 degrees with my rho. So itong area na to, which is the 45, which in radians, this is pi over 2. Okay? So, because of that, buo na yung equation ko. Ay, ba't gumalaw? Sinong gumalaw? Nahilang ko to. Okay? So, because of this, T2 would then be equal to T1. Lo, nangyari? T2 would be equal to T1, which is 588 newtons, times E raised to mu, which is 0.3, times yung angle of contact ko, which is pi over 2. Okay? So this one, pwede mo pa-calculate ito. Aking calcul lang ay cellphone. Okay, 1246 newtons. Okay? So dahil positive yan, it will always be positive. No? It will be the original direction of our tension force. Okay? So that's A. That's the minimum pulling force required to lift. Okay? Required to lift, ibig sabihin, yun yung cut-off ng moving tsaka non-moving. So yun yung ating impending motion / about to move / about to sleep. Okay? Number B, letter B naman, the second question is about what is the minimum pulling force required to keep the mass from falling. Okay, so ito, keep the mass from falling lang. Ibig sabihin, this is just a question of equilibrium. Okay? So dahil question of equilibrium siya, wala tayong i-apply na friction. Okay, so ang goal lang here is mag-equalize yung tension 1 at tension 2. Wala tayong i-apply na friction kasi hindi naman siya impending motion. Kung gusto mo lang siya, keep the mass from falling lang. Okay? So, ang gusto mo lang, mabalance out yung mass niya para hindi siya pumatak. Pero wala kang goal na pagalawin siya. Okay? So, that's T1 equals T2. So, T2 here is equal to T1 or M times G or equal to 588 newtons to the right pala. Okay? So this application of friction is kind of medyo formula based, but it's something na I want you to learn kasi it's parang feel ko na it's one of the applications na very mechanical. Kasi makikita nyo siya sa machines, especially sa automotive. Okay? Any question? Okay. Oh, yes. So kung wala ng question, I think that would be all for today. That's all about friction. Okay? So ang goal lang, yon. Tomorrow is face-to-face. We have a face-to-face quiz. Okay? Didiscuss muna ako ng structural analysis. May konti kasi ako na iwang topics. And then we would proceed to the quiz. The quiz will be about structural analysis and friction. Okay? Kasama na to. Kasi na-discuss na rin natin. Para rin tapos na tayo mag-quiz dito. So that will be tomorrow, face-to-face. Dala lang kayo ng, I will be asking you pala to bring, syempre, papel. Kayo na ang bahala kung ano. Pero I would prefer isang coupon band. Hindi, kahit yellow paper na. One piece of yellow paper each. Okay, one sheet lang tayo lahat. Para islang ipapasa nyo per person. And per person, dala rin po kayo ng 25 pesos. So 25 pesos, that will be for all the photocopied materials since we started the semester. So that includes yung discussion materials, yung midterm, saka yung finals na photocopies mo. So singilin ko na po siya tomorrow since face-to-face naman. Okay? So that would be all po for today. I would see you tomorrow for our discussion /quiz number 2. Thank you.